What's up, guys? It's Matters, and something pretty interesting has happened in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies that is leaking a Mob of the Dead and or NUMA remake or crossover or something along the lines of that. It's really weird. We're going to go over what we have so far, the images that we have from an actual Gamescom event with Black Ops 3. Jason Blundell was there. There's a few other crazy stuff. And we're going to go over that, and I'll do some side-by-side comparisons of different images and why it's going to be NUMA, Mob of the Dead. You can see the Mob of the Dead zombies in the image. I'll show the image in a few seconds, but let's just back this up here. So Mr. Raffle Waffles was doing a video, and basically someone gave him, or I think Call of Duty, I guess, gave him this decal zombies sort of memorabilia thing. So I think it's the thing where, you know, the big, huge stickers you put on the wall. I think they're called fatheads, and you put those on the wall, and then they're all 3D or whatever, and Call of Duty gave him some sort of zombie themed thing for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and in a few minutes you'll see the image on screen. I'll go over it, etc. But basically what it has is Call of Duty Black Ops 3, it has NUMA, and it has Mob of the Dead zombies. I'll actually, I'll put it up right now. This is what it is. This is from the video. I'll leave a link in the description, etc. if you want to see it, but it's basically right here anyway. You see NUMA in the background. Obviously, you have sort of the main hut and the main balcony. If you look to the top, it's pretty dark and it's pretty blank, but it's pretty easy to see, I guess, if you look at it a certain way. So that's NUMA, and then the other side, obviously, well, the lower area, you see pretty clear Mob of the Dead zombies. Those are the only zombies with the red eyes from Mob of the Dead. But the top is pretty interesting because it says Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now the thing is, actually, first, if you guys don't believe it's NUMA, right after this, I'm going to put a picture of NUMA in the video so you guys, that's NUMA. And then if you look back at the other image, that's the actual, NUMA balcony. So just look side by side if you guys don't believe it. But NUMA and Mob of the Dead in the same Black Ops 3 poster sort of advertising thing for this decal stuff. Now, what's weird is obviously what people have been saying. NUMA and Mob of the Dead. Two, I guess, random maps to be a part of Black Ops 3 advertising. It would make more sense if it was Shadows of Evil or maybe even Richtofen or something like that, for the Giant. Obviously, people are saying, well, they don't really want to do that because that's going to reveal what the zombies look like, but we've already really seen what the zombies are going to be for these maps, and it doesn't really make sense that they wouldn't do that for the sole reason of, oh yeah, I don't want the zombies to be leaked. I don't want anything to be leaked for these new maps. Like Treyarch, I don't think they're really thinking about that right now based on how much has already been leaked. So it's pretty interesting that they actually give us NUMA and Mob of the Dead as two sort of random ideas, two sort of random maps for this advertising. Now, the only thing I can possibly think of is, we've said before, Mob of the Dead as a remade or remastered map, it goes along with Shadows of Evil. It would make sense. It would make us really understand both of the maps and both of the storylines a lot better than we've ever had before. Obviously, we don't even have Shadows of Evil yet, so we'll see how that works and if we understand Mob of the Dead more. But maybe if we get Mob of the Dead remade, we'll understand Shadows of Evil more. Vice versa. We'll have to see how that works. But NUMA, pretty weird. Unless there's something I'm missing about the storyline. I know that's the map or directly after apparently where the Giant takes place. I'm not so sure. Like I said, I don't know, the Giant's supposed to be after Origins, but then also I found a leak where it said the Giant's in 1940s and Origins was 1920s. So the time difference really doesn't add up there. But if the Giant and NUMA are basically, if the Giant's before NUMA, then maybe the NUMA as a map is the next sort of progressional map in the Black Ops 3 storyline for Richtofen, because you start off with Origins, and then you go to the Giant, and then you go to NUMA. Obviously, next would be Juries, but we were already there, so I don't know how that would work. And then you would move on to Black Ops 1. Obviously, no one knows what they're gonna do. Maybe it's a part of the campaign, maybe not. But NUMA, the only real significance of that map is really just that it's right after the Giant. We don't even know that for sure yet. So we're going to have to see. This is pretty weird. If anything, the only way I can really see these maps being remade, again, is a part of the campaign or the storyline. Other than that, I don't think they would just randomly take NUMA and Mob of the Dead as remade maps just for the hell of it. There has to be some purpose, some sort of clear-cut thing to where it's like, okay, this is why they did this. This is why they remade it. Freaking Skype's going off. But anyway, like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. Tell me guys what you think about these two remade maps. Sources in the description. Mr. Raffle Waffles, I don't even know how to say his goddamn YouTube name. But yeah, if you want to check it out there, you can do that, or you can like go back to the video. I put it at around 1 minute and 10 seconds, so you go back there, look at the image again, and that's really it. So yeah, comment below your opinions. I'll respond to all of them, and we'll talk about pretty interesting stuff of what we expect. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.